Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to go over the Nitecore MH12S. This light was sent to me from Nitecore from my Facebook contest that I won. Thank you for sending it out. This light is a 21700 flashlight with two types of switches on it. This is the box that it comes in with, the side of it, the rear, and the other side for reference. This is the light itself, the MH12S. I put the pocket clip here on the middle part. There's two other spaces that you can put the clip onto and mount it. It comes with a lanyard also, a 18650/CR123/RCR123 battery adapter, so you don't have to use the included 21700 battery inside of there. It's a 5000 milliamp hour battery inside the light. It also comes with this nice holster, which fits pretty well and has good retention to it with friction, and the USB-C charging cable, which this light uses to charge from its port here with the rubber cap on top. And finally, we have the extra O-ring in a plastic bag and the warranty card. Let's go over some more specifications with this before we open it up. The length is going to be about 5.55 inches by a diameter of the head and tube for 1 inch, and a tail diameter of 1.07 inches. The weight's going to be about 2.66 ounces or 75.5 grams. I'm assuming that's without the battery inside. And again, we did list the types of batteries that it can use. It's a 21700 battery, an 18650 battery, a CR123 battery, and an RCR123 type battery. This has an IP rating of 6.8, and it's impact resistant to 1 meter. Let's open it up and see at the threads here and what type of O-ring it has here. We have the O-ring right here. It's very small, but it keeps the water in, and the threads are very small here. We have the tail cap with the spring here. It's decent. And we have the 5000 milliamp hour included battery. And I don't know if you can see the inside of this in the camera there, but it's got a decent spring on the other end for a good contact point with the battery. We'll put that back in and go through the UI and the modes and the runtime. Now this has two types of UIs you can program into the light. It comes by default in what they call a daily UI mode, meaning you have access to the strobe, the beacon, and the SOS. You can put this into a tactical mode, which then only allows the strobe to be activated. And there's certain instructions that you can look up to do that with the light. I'm keeping it in daily mode right now, and we're going to go through that UI. To access the light, you're going to push on the rubber boot cap switch here, and it will come on in memory mode, meaning whatever you last had the light programmed in will turn on. This is the SST40W LED in front, and it has a glass lens here that's dual coated with a smooth reflector. And to cycle the modes, this is 1 lumen for about 1500 hours approximately. And then we have low at 50 lumens for about 45 hours approximately. We have mid at 300 lumens for approximately 7 hours and 15 minutes. And then we have high at 1050 lumens for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. And then we have turbo for about 1800 lumens at about 45 minutes. And then it cycles back down to low. To access the special modes, we simply hold down the button here. And what it's going to do, it's going to cycle through each mode as long as you hold it down on strobe, beacon, or SOS. Once you release, it'll stay in that mode. So let's check it out here. Here we have strobe. We have beacon, and then we have SOS, and then it's going to rotate back. And to get out of it, you simply push the mode button once, and it'll return you back to the main UI at whatever mode you left it in. To turn off the light, simply push the tail cap here, and it turns off. Very basic. We have some crenulations in the front here. Not too much, just 3 here. So it does protect the front of the light a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and test this light out outside and get some beam shots here. Okay, we're back shooting an aperture 3.5 on a Panasonic GH2 at 24 frames per second with an ISO 2500 and a white balance temperature of 5000 Kelvin. This is the light on low mode. My hand about 6 inches in front of the camera here at 1 lumen. Let's go to medium mode. As you can see, it throws out pretty far in the yard here. And then let's go to, or rather this is a low mode. Let's go to medium. So as you can see, it's got a nice throw out to the back of the yard there. You can kind of see about, on the camera, it's about 25 feet away, although it's longer than that. This is going to be high mode. So a definite nice thrust out into the woods there in the yard. And we have turbo mode, 1800 lumens. So this thing really lights up the whole entire yard. It's got a decent amount of spill. And back to 1 lumen. Let's go low mode here and go for a walk to the back of the yard. That's the sentry light that's on. It's nice and chilly out here. It's about 45 degrees and dropping. Okay, we're at the end of the property here. And this is on the low mode, medium. This is on high. And this is on turbo. Super bright. And we're back on ultra low. We're on low, walking back. Here we can see the light being charged via the USB-C port with the blinking blue light here, and a current draw of about approximately 580 milliamp, or basically 0.58 amps at about 5 volts on a battery bank. Some final thoughts on the Nitecore MH12S 21700 light. I think this light is a great light for its size and form factor. It offers a good customizability of UI systems with a dual switch system, an on and off, and a mode changer switch system. It's fairly easy to navigate and to remember and to change up if you need to. I do like the fact that it has a smooth reflector and a decent throw, and the pattern of the beam isn't too bad, and it reaches out pretty far for a light of its size, in my opinion. The heat dissipation is decent on it in a cold environment, although it could be a problem in hotter weather and humid weather. But then again, you just have to adapt to the situation. I like the fact that it comes with a lanyard. I like my lanyards a lot. The pocket clip is not anything to write home about, but it's not bad either. I do like the fact that it comes with a modular battery system, meaning it can use RCR123s, CR123s, and or 18650 type batteries inside the light, meaning that this light has a lot more functionality in the field, and that means a lot to me, in my opinion. I like the fact that it uses a USB-C charging port. USB-C is a little bit more rugged and more modern. And most of all, in terms of the accessories, I really like this light holster for some reason. It's kind of hard to explain, but I suppose it fits nicely in there. It's got a nice friction retention. The customizability of the clip here, I like. It's flexible plastic. It doesn't feel like it would break too easily, although I suppose it could if you really pulled on it. But you can change the fitting options here with these two adapters in this 4-slot configuration here. So I do like that, and they did pay attention to how the light could fit into a system, a MOLLE system or a belt system. So I do like that a lot, and I like the fact that it just slides right on in. Now I like to carry my light face down personally, so that's just how I like to carry my lights. Others you can do with the reverse. You can put the tail in and it'll slide in, although not as friction based. So personally I like this way better. I think it fits much better inside the holster. That being said, some of the cons of the light that I have aren't too many, and it's just more nitpicky preferences, but I would like to see a higher CRI option for this light, like a 400K or 4000K temperature as well, with a high CRI option. And personally, I'm not a fan of exposed rubber boot tail caps. I know why they designed the light like this with its type of LED and the boot cap exposed. It's made for a tactical purpose, so, and it's marketed as such, so that makes sense that it would have these kind of options on it, and I don't fault it for that. But that being said, my personal preference would be to have a metal casing over the rubber boot here so that I could prevent the wear and tear on the rubber boot. Other than that, it functions fine. The UI is intuitive, and you can change it up to another specification if you like, which means a lot to me because customizability is always a good thing. Overall, I think it's a great light for its size. It does run a little hot on the higher modes in warmer environments, so you'll have to practice using it at appropriate levels to achieve your long runtime and to prevent the LED from wearing out and other electronic components in it. That being said, I don't have too much more to say about it except check it out. I want to thank Nitecore for sending this to me as a contest winner, and the Tiki 300, which I got along with this. Now this is coming in a gift set on their website for about $99, so you can check it out and see if it fits your needs. It definitely will go into my work EDC bag for search and rescue. Part of trail stewarding is what I do at work, and this will come in handy in those situations for my needs. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed that.